Hello, lovely people. I'm Kate. I'm an RTT hypnotherapist, and we are talking today about the difference between the traditional therapy and hypnosis or hypnotherapy. And you might have asked yourself, why they are different, right? Why many psychologists do not recommend hypnotherapy. And many hypnotherapists say that traditional therapy doesn't work. So you might have this conflict between two industries, right? And however, I'm going to shed some light for you because I think that every person needs to know that. So a little bit of a history. 2 minutes. I'm not going to really bother you with all of the details, but hypnotherapy is the oldest type of psychotherapy. The oldest type. So it was mostly the only way of treating mental issues before the pharmacology came into place and became a huge business. When the pharmacology came, and it's probably after Second World War, right? When the antibiotics were discovered, and the first antidepressants were discovered, right? So all of those, when the pharmacology came in, hypnotherapists, they lost their job. They technically became, not needed that much, because why would you need treatment if you can just, take medication and go for years of therapy, counseling, talk therapy, or whatever, right? And it was very, convenient for people. It was like a magic pill. Didn't really solve their problems, but definitely helped a lot of people go into the severe, mental struggles and mental illnesses. But did it really help? That still can be questioned. A lot of hypnotherapists went into the stage hypnosis and started to work in the entertainment. And it's probably 50s, 60s, early 50s and 60s. And so hypnotherapy became discredited because it was just for entertainment. Some doctors were still practicing it. There were still really good, reputable hypnotherapists, right? But it was just not the method that the person will choose as a primary method of counseling, right? Or helping them with their issues. So that's what happened, right, with hypnotherapy. And only now, in the last maybe 5-10 years, hypnotherapy is becoming more and more popular because people are done, super tired of these years and years of going to the counselors, and I'm not saying that they are doing a bad job. No, not at all. They're amazing people whose main goal is to help you, However, it depends on how much time you have, how much time you want to spend on your issue. If you have panic attack, how long do you want to do that? How long do you want to have that? Do you want to have that for, 5 years? Or do you want to have it for a couple of weeks before you really uncover where is it coming from and what's the reason for it? And you get the tools that you can absolutely manage it, or even overcome them. So it's up to you, how much time you want to spend. And for many people, they do go for years and years of therapy, and they say, oh, I have anxiety for like 20 years. I was like, why? Why don't you just look for other alternative methods? There are so many of them. I'm not even talking about hypnotherapy at all. There are so many other alternative methods that help so much. And then you just spent 20 years of your life living with the anxiety. So for me, I probably because of the lack of information, right? So I'm here to give you that information that you can use as an alternative, right? So traditional therapy and hypnotherapy. The biggest difference between these two is, and it's the first number one, right, difference, is that traditional therapy, talk therapy, are talking to your conscious mind, to your logic. You come to the office, you relax, and you talk about your problems. And the psychotherapist or the psychologist, right, they are asking you all of these questions, like how do you feel? When did it start? How that make you feel? So they're asking all of these right, correct questions, and you're talking about your problems, and they're okay. Come for the next session, and this is the little tool how you can relax and you can calm yourself, and you come for another session. And again, you're in your logic, right? You're talking about your problems. And it can go on and on and on for many sessions. Sometimes if a person is more aware, more conscious, they can get help pretty quickly, right? They just need to kind of like this little help, this little coaching, right? But in most cases, it is not the case. In most cases, clients, patients, right, they go for 10 sessions that are paid by their insurance, and the next year they go again, and again and again and again, and they up the dose of medication if they are taking some, because the issue is still there. The symptoms are managed, but the issue, the root is still there. So it can't go anywhere, right? But people get relief. People get relief after each session. They feel like they've talked about it, and even talking about your problem, it's a great help. It's an amazing help, So hypnotherapy is talking to your subconscious mind, which is 95% of your brain function, and how your emotions and feelings, right, and the triggers and the behavior patterns, they are all in this 95% of the subconscious mind. Your habits, your traumas, your, habits, I said, right? Patterns, behaviors, right? Subconscious mind is just recollecting events, planning, analyzing, processing, everything else, reactions. It's all in the subconscious mind. So that's why hypnotherapy works with the subconscious mind. You are relaxed. You are in the state of mind that you can go inwards. Hypnotherapy is not an out of control state. It is actually a more controlled state that you have ever experienced in your life. So this is the biggest lie that the society is putting on hypnosis, that you are out of control. And because of the stage hypnotists, right, they put that on people, and they showed that you are out of control. And I really don't like stage hypnosis, really, because it's horrible. People, sometimes people really get damaged, by that. So they form these beliefs about hypnosis that are absolutely not true. So yeah, hypnotherapist is working with your subconscious mind. You're relaxed. However, you can go inwards and you can find the answers that you have always wanted to find. You can, find out something about yourself, about your past, that you so wanted to resolve so many years. And this is the chance, because you are in hypnosis, right? And you are actually allowing everything around you to happen, but you're actually controlling what's inside of you. And you're looking into your feelings, into your emotions, into your past if needed, right? And you are reframing all of that. Another big difference between hypnotherapy and traditional therapy is that traditional therapy takes years to resolve, I don't know, let's say trauma, traumatic, some trauma, childhood trauma, or for example, anxiety or panic attacks, years. I'm not talking about months, I'm talking about years. And in almost every case, severe case, I'm not talking about like confidence, or something like that. I'm talking about this more serious, cases that are impacting clients' life a lot. They are involving medication, in almost all the cases. And the more we go into the future, the more it's going to happen. It's just the reality of life. Business is business. However, medication can help, but it can also have side effects. So people need to do the complex approach. In hypnotherapy, and this is why it's not popular, because it doesn't involve medication. In hypnotherapy, you can have 1 to, I don't know in other modalities, but in my modality that I'm using with my clients, which is RTT, Rapid Transformational Therapy, we only use 1 to 3 sessions to help a person see a very significant difference. In cases, even the cases with severe depression, severe, lack of confidence, performance blocks, money blocks, motivation, limiting beliefs, anxiety, fears, phobias, weight loss, addictions, right? All of those taking place in 1 to 3 sessions to understand. And if a person is ready, right, and they want to change, they will absolutely benefit so much in 1 to 3 sessions. And I'm not even kidding. Another, number 3, the biggest difference, right, of the talk therapy and the hypnotherapy is that it takes about 10 to 20 sessions to get to the root cause. That's the traditional therapy. 10, 20, when a good psychologist, the psychologist that is asking a great question, who is like trained in many different modalities of psychoanalysis, they will be able to get to the root, right, and understand what is going on. In hypnosis, you can get it in the first session, because it is the subconscious mind, and you can access that, and you can access it easily. In traditional, you're talking just to a person, logically, you understand everything. This is why you come for help, because there are things that you don't understand and you cannot get help. The number 4, the biggest one, is that it takes another 10 sessions to reframe the belief, to help a person see a different, okay, I don't have that limiting belief anymore. I don't believe in the things that I believed when I was 5, and I was traumatized. In hypnosis, you can do it in 1 session, in the same session that you got to the root cause, or you can do it in other subsequent sessions, right? But definitely not 10. And if there is any hypnosis that is taking 10 sessions, it's probably just a relaxation, thing. It's definitely not the very deepest therapy. Number 5, the biggest one, is traditional therapy has very low effectiveness, right? With addiction, weight loss, fears, and phobias, panic attacks, right? So while talk therapy can help with confidence, relationships, right? Like counseling, like coaching, like a good psychologist will be a coach as well. He's going to coach he's going to hold them accountable, for what they do. He's going to, make sure that they are following their directions, right? So it's good. However, these are the problems that are the most severe right now in this society: panics, fears, anxiety, addictions, weight loss, right? Obesity. So these are the things that are very well addressed in hypnotherapy. So if you have that, you can either spend years on counseling, or you can use hypnosis just to get to the root. And then, because panic attacks and fears, wow, I wouldn't want to suffer from it, for years, that just getting a little bit better, but then drifting way back into the old pattern, feeling a little bit better when I talk about it, and then again drifting back. So I wouldn't want that. So depending on what you have and what you want for yourself, you can choose the best treatment for yourself. And I'm sure that there are so many very well trained and amazing psychiatrists, who help with, a lot of psychotic disorders. They're needed, But at the same time, there are so many people who are just, the same as in hypnosis, there are a lot of hypnotists that definitely just, take money and that's it, and they don't help. The same with psychologists. So choose wisely, if you need my help, and if you need to find out how, hypnotherapy can help you overcome your issues, can help you guide you to find out the root, the cause, subscribe to the challenge. To the channel, you will find a lot of important information. And also, please, you can book your call, to find out more about the hypnotherapy and how it can help you in your healing journey. Love you. Bye.